So, is Crystal Annie going to come back? My answer is yes. So, let's talk about it. Hi everyone and welcome back to Manga Horse for another Attack on Titan video. As you can see, I'm pretty convinced that Annie will come back, and in today's video I'm going to try and prove that. Now, a lot of you might have probably heard some theories about Annie before. One of those theories is her coming from a royal bloodline. And even if you didn't hear it before, this is what we are going to talk about today. As always, I will give you facts to support this idea, and also I will provide you with some details that most of you have never heard of before. And by that, I will try and prove that Annie is too crucial to the story to not come back to it, and also that she indeed belongs to a royal bloodline. So just like the video I did about Armin, that you should totally check out by the way, I decided it is going to be Annie's turn now. Remember, this is only a fun idea for you to consider, and it is not proven by any means, but in order to make my point, I will need to talk about some events from the manga that haven't taken place yet in the anime, so there will be minor spoilers in this video. The Attack on Titan universe is literally filled with mysterious characters, and as the story progresses, we get to have a closer look into their past and often witness events from new perspectives which make us think differently about them. Grisha, Kruger, Historia, Eren, Ymir, Reiner and much more are perfect examples for that. And we do get to see their past unravel and their true motivations revealed to us at some point. But among all the characters that I just mentioned, Annie is far more mysterious. And unlike the others, she had very little of her past shown to us. And not only that, she was sleeping inside a crystal from the end of the first season. Annie Leonhart, the warrior that got away. Well, kinda got away. So let us start with the most irrelevant details and move up to the more significant ones. So we will start with Annie's appearance. It has been stated before that Annie does resemble someone from the Fritz family, which is Dina Fritz, and we can actually see it in the way Isayama drew her when she met Kenny. Now, for the sake of argument, this is not so far-fetched. It would just take Dina to have a sister to make this possible. I don't usually tend to make theories according to the aesthetics of the drawings, but we do know that Isayama does tend to draw something in a certain way for a reason. So, who knows? We did see some crazy things going on in Attack on Titan, so I wouldn't rule this out to be the most crazy thing. Second thing, if you check for the Leonhart family, you will see that the family is stated as living on Marley. But if we do the same for another family, like Reiner's family, it is stated that they live in Liberio. Still, it can just be a mistake. Next, I'll remind you of some of Annie's backstory, when she was training with her dad. If we look around, we see that they are in a forest, next to a cabin, and it doesn't look like Liberio. So, maybe it is possible that they live outside of Liberio, just like the Tybor family for example, which is another royal blood family of Eldians that lives a life of luxury on Marley. Moving on to something that you sure would like. Did you know that each character in Attack on Titan has its own scores and attributes given to them by Isayama in the Attack on Titan manual? Well, almost every character has them. Before we talk about that, and if you like this video and you want to see more like it, please subscribe and enable notification to not miss any of my future videos. Back to the character scores. While several characters share the same categories like strength, combat, wits, speed, teamwork and much more, some characters have their own categories, just like nose category for Mike Zacharias. Annie Leonhart also has a special score in a category no other character has, and that category is Secrets, and she scores 10 out of 10. Now I ask you, do you think that Isayama will make up a score in category like this and give it to a character that he sticks in a crystal at the beginning of a story for no reason and without intention to show her again? Personally, I can't believe that. And secrets is, in my opinion, one of the trump cards for the story, and also a very high chance for us to see Annie again. Another crucial hint is Annie's Eldian armband, which in the anime is cleverly hidden from us at the beginning, but at the manga and later on in the anime, we can clearly see that Annie doesn't have hers on. Who knows, maybe Annie only wears it next to the other warriors to not reveal her true origin. We all know what happens to Eldians who are caught outside of Liberio internment zone or don't wear their identification mark. So the fact that Annie and her dad don't wear theirs when they are not around other Eldians is also pretty strange. Next, we have a really big one. Annie's Titan, Scream. Like we all know, only royal blood members can use the Scream. Zeke is one of them, and the other is Eren, but only when he comes in contact with a royal blood user. The anime, again very cleverly, showed us Annie's Scream at a time we didn't know anything about the term Scream. But if you'll notice, Annie's Scream was also some sort of weaker form of the founder Titan Scream, making all the Titans ignore the soldiers and come only after her. Moving with this idea in mind, I would like to talk about the crystallization ability. I have always questioned the ability to crystallize, and I think it depends on the user's bloodline and not on the actual Titan. Now, let's check the other Titans. So first, the Colossal Titan. No crystals here, only death in the form of hot steam, and indeed, Bertolt is not royalty. Next, the Armored. Now, before we jump and say yes, remember that the Armored can harden himself. That is one of his ability, and no crystallization. The Cart Titan. No, just no. The Jaws Titan. Again, same as Reiner, his teeth and sharp claws are part of his abilities and not crystallization. The Warhammer Titan. Absolutely can use crystallization, and indeed, a royal family member, the Tiber sister. The Attack Titan. This is a tricky one, because Kruger and Grisha don't seem to have it, but Eren does. But that is not correct, because if you remember, Eren got this power only after ingesting some magical cave fluid, so again, both Grisha and Kruger are not royals and both can't use this power, originally. And also Eren, which is not royal and can't use this power without any outside help. Although we can't say for sure about the Founding Titan, I am pretty positive that Frida had this ability and didn't use it because, like her father said, she didn't have full control over her Titan back then. And now for an interesting one, the Beast Titan. While his claws, like the jaws and the armored, are part of his abilities, we didn't see him crystallize as far as I know. Zeke did try to do it when fighting Levi, and failed. But think about it, what if Zeke didn't try to crystallize his nape, but in fact wanted to do it to himself, like Annie did? Zeke is smart, and he knows that by now his Titan has no control over his legs, missing both hands and blind, therefore cannot continue fighting. So it makes more sense that he tried to save himself, like Annie did, and not to restore his Titan, because Levi is standing right next to him and will kill him all over again. And as we know, Zeke has royal blood, and again, can use crystallization. And the last one, of course, is the female Titan, which also can do it and seem to have complete control over the crystallization process. So let's take a look at the non-royal Titan shifters. Bertolt, Reiner, Eren, Ymir and Peak are not royals, therefore cannot use crystallization. On the other hand, the Tiber sister and Zeke Yeager are both royals and therefore can use this ability. And so does Annie. What just adds to all the other facts that says that she is hiding some information we still don't know about. If you also look at Annie's attitude and also the things her father told her before she left home, you can see that Annie doesn't have any side in this conflict, and if she has one, she's hiding it very well. Now for a little crazy idea that I had about the Leonhart family. What if the Leonhart family were indeed a respected Eldian family once? but at some point along the way made a mistake and lost her Titan. And what if that Titan was the attack Titan that Kruger stole from an unknown user all those years ago? Maybe, for example, from Annie's mom. That would explain her father's actions and feelings of guilt, sending his daughter to retrieve what was once stolen from the family. So let's look at all of the facts. Annie Leonhart has a score of 10 out of 10 in the category Secrets, a category no other character has. She looks very similar to Dina Fritz, a royal member. She and her father doesn't seem to live inside Liberio. Annie doesn't wear her Eldian armband all the time. Also, the female Titan can use Scream, which until now was known to us only because of the Founder's powers or the Beast Titan. And finally, she can use crystallization, just like other royal blood shifters can. All of those details just makes this idea to be more interesting, and I really hope that it is actually true. Of course, this theory has no grounds yet, and I also love to complicate things sometimes, but again, it just sounds nice to me. But of course, like I said in the start of this video, this is only my own theory, and I can't say for sure that it's right or wrong. But it is a fun idea, I must say. But now, it is time for you to tell me what do you think about it. And also, give a like to this video if you enjoyed it. So, what do you think about Annie now that you have all those details? Did it make you think differently about her? Please tell me your thoughts. And also, what do you think about the crystallization ability? Is it connected to the user's blood like I said, or do you think it is actually Titan related? Let me know in the comments. And that is all for this video, my Titan loving friends, and I hope you enjoyed. And I will see you real soon in my next one. And until then, let me just remind you all to dedicate your hearts for humanity, inside and outside the walls.